Hello everyone, it's HAMSTER. I was feeling a little bit today, so I decided to play something that I rather enjoy, of course I'll listen to you guys' feedback if you wanted me to play more of this after you've seen me play a little bit. It's Prison Architect. Some of you have probably already heard of this. It's still in alpha, it's still being developed, they're still adding new features all the time. This whole big letter is just a basic introduction to the game. There's also a tutorial that you can go through, but I'm going to start off with the basics. So, first thing you want to do is look into the grants that you can get. So you can go through all of these things, and it gives you stuff that not only money to do the stuff, but stuff that you can do to start off your prison, such as the basic detention center, which I'm going to take on. It gives you the list up in the upper left of the screen there that gives you all of these goals that you can make, and you can also use this planning tool here, so you can plan out rooms, and you can plan out stuff within those rooms, and I'm just sort of randomly dragging and dropping stuff. That's gonna be where the canteen is, it's fucking decided. I don't. So, I'm gonna take a minute, I'm just gonna plan out everything that's going on in this basic detention center, the first portion of my prison. And I'll get back to you guys when the construction is beginning and go over every little bit that we're going to go through. Alright? Alright, cool. Alright, here we go. I've got my first bit of my prison planned out. Around here, I've got the holding cell up here. I've got a shower here. Got a little reception area up here, which isn't required, but I felt like building it. It's my prison, my rules. We've got the canteen, we've got the kitchen, we've got a little storage and utilities room over here, and some space for offices down here. I'll let you know why those are important in a second, once I've got my cute little worker dudes down here all working on building the rest of this fine institution to be. Alright. I do not know if there's any particular difference between shit. Sorry, I made a mistake there. I forgot that I was going to make this like an outdoor pathway kind of thing. There. Don't know why, just aesthetic reasons. I don't frickin' know. Yeah, again, as I was trying to say, I don't know if there's any difference besides aesthetic between building concrete and brick walls. There's a different material called a perimeter wall that can only be built outdoors. You can't build interior walls with it, and it just acts as a second line of defense. Something else that prisoners would have to dig under if they're trying to dig a tunnel out. And you can also see all the little red error messages requires entrance over here, so just stick a door on there, and all the connected rooms figure out what's going on pretty darn fast as well. So, alright, and I'm also going to put a couple of staff doors in. Pretty much, not really the big thing, they just, for jail doors and large jail doors, only guards have the keys to get through those. But for staff doors, workers and cooks and all these wonderful people on this screen here can get through any of those. But only guards and chiefs can, and your single security chief can get through those. Now, a lot of these are grayed out, for the reason that their function has not been researched yet by the warden, and the warden can't do his research without an office, so that's why I've got this little office block down here. Right, and I should probably actually secure this area. Oh fuck it, I'll stick staff doors in all of these. Hopefully prisoners won't just hang out in the kitchen and try to escape this way. But I'm sure we will find out. I play this game a lot, but at this point what I'm mostly doing is fooling around in it for you guys' benefit. Normally I'll have a whole system of frickin' like 2 road gates and large secure areas and stuff around here. and weird other stuff going on. I'll have like a visitation area already built and parole offices already built near the reception area, but having something that's like meticulously planned according to all the stuff that I know can go wrong, as I've found out in the embarrassing amount of time that I spent playing this, it's very fun for you guys. I think you'd rather see stuff go wrong, right? So, yeah. Hopefully stuff's gonna go wrong. But there are no prisoners yet. Prisoners will not arrive until tomorrow at 8 a.m. And then the fun begins. And I mean, ideally, you also have all the stuff built by then, but sometimes you don't. And then your prisoners just kind of stay in handcuffs until they have a secure cell where they can be. That's why you build the holding cell first. It's partially that it's cheaper to do that first rather than building an individual cell-filled block, but it's also so that at future points, if you accidentally or intentionally end up with more prisoners than you have the capacity for, then you have a place to stick them, at least temporarily. A place where they can go pee without just peeing in the hallways or in the yard or whatever. Don't get me wrong, they will still pee in the hallways in the yard. They're not very smart. That's how they ended up in prison. Alright, it's starting to come together. The structure is starting to get built up. Still doesn't have any power because... And there we go, there's the last section of the foundation up, so I'll get utilities in there so those lights will stop yelping that they don't have any power. But first I have to... Well, I don't have to, but first I'm going to lay down all of these interior walls. Okay, now we get the utilities. And we get this guy with space in a ring around it for capacitors that will help provide more power to the prison. And we also get a little bit of free electrical cable. So we'll put that to there so that the place has water. And we'll run that through there. And up there. And maybe even down there. And then we also get the water. I'm leaving this space here because I think that they come with a free, like, large pipe and electrical cable sticking out. Just one unit out at the right side. But anyways, we'll get these built up as well, so that we get water out to here, and then we run a small pipe to the toilet. Actually, let's run a little more large pipe up here. And we get a pipe running to the showers as well. And the reason I'm not doing all of this with large pipe or small pipe is that, if you run large pipe under a toilet or something similar, a prisoner can... it makes it a lot easier for a prisoner to dig in and just like walk down the large pipe, and it makes it way easier for them to dig a tunnel out of the facility. And you can't do it all in small pipe because water only maintains pressure. It only flows down 15 units of small pipe. Fun plumbing facts. Anyways, so they're working on that. Let's speed this up a little bit. Did that actually install a unit of large pipe? No, it got electrical cable. Buggery. Okay, there we go. Fixed. Look at them go! Like industrious little hamsters. Alright, and the rooms tab is where you go in and you assign all of the rooms. And it will also bring up, you can see that little red icon there. It'll also bring up a thing saying, hey, you need to do this so that it can do that. Or something similar. Like, you need to have this object in here before this actually counts as a shower or a canteen. Let's see. First I'm gonna assign a little storage space over here. And then these assigned as offices, and I'll show you what I mean. See, to have a canteen, we need to have a serving table, a table, and a bench. And you'll pop up the objects listing, you'll get a few little objects. And if you zoom in on a particular room, or set of rooms as the case may be, you'll get a highlighted list of the objects that suit that room. Like tables and benches and serving tables. And don't forget to hook up your kitchen sink to the plumbing pipes as well. Because otherwise it's not particularly useful. Now then we get office desks and those other things that office types insist on having. Is that back? Is that facing the right way? Yeah, that's facing the right way. Okay. And move stuff around so we give them excellent office interior design with the 3 objects that they have to have. There we go. And then we can hire... Well, we can hire a warden anytime, but he won't actually do anything. He'll just sit there and whine about how he doesn't have an office yet. It's very quiet whining. Even when you're all the way zoomed in, he just sort of mumbles into his mustache. So yes. We'll continue on. They've got everything in the storage room here, so it'll be a little quicker. They don't have to necessarily walk from deliveries to install stuff in the kitchen. And now let's start getting stuff into reception and the vital holding cell. Let's see. This requires an office desk, table, and chair, so I've pretty much already got that going. We need a toilet and a bench. Beds are not actually required, but I'm going to put them in anyways because not giving the prisoners a place to sleep seems kind of poopy. And a bench, and I've used too much power. This is why capacitors are such a lovely idea. Now, let's get 4 in there. We're gonna need them eventually anyways. And if this happens, the incentive to keep this from happening is largely that in addition to having to switch the power station back on, you also have to switch each individual capacitor back on. And when you get to a bigger prison where you've got each thing completely surrounded by capacitors and you've got like 16 to turn on, it gets to be a little bit annoying. Anyways, what were we doing? Oh yeah, we were installing things, non-necessities. How about a TV and a bookshelf? Let's expand that, and we can put it back. And we get a bookshelf for our undeserving miscreants. Right, and then we can also put in drains for the shower that keeps it from just flooding every freaking thing. And adding additional ones for decorative purposes because I'm like that. Then we get the actual shower heads in like the room requires. And there's more than enough for each prisoner to get squeaky clean, and the yard just has to be enclosed by walls and doors so that prisoners just don't just go out into the yard and say, okay, thanks, bye, and run off into the sunset. That's literally all the yards require, but I'm putting in benches and phone booths. And how about some weights benches as well so that prisoners can work out their frustrations if they couldn't do that over the phone. Okay, and then we can make it a little prettier. We can do some paving stone around the edge so that the prisoners have a place to walk. Then we can get a little grass. Not that kind of grass, you sillies. Probably that kind of grass. And now we can't turn the power back on until the flunkies get their act together. And the warden has already claimed this office, so now we can go into the bureaucracy screen up here and research all of this wonderful stuff. We don't have to research anything absolutely yet, but let's go into grants, see what else we can get. We can get administration center. Pardon me. So, we've already built 2 offices, we've hired a warden, so now it wants us to research finance, so let's do that. And then when he's done that, when this reaches 100%, we can hire an accountant. Exciting times. In the meantime, let's watch these little hamster-like guys run around in the dark. Actually, let's make the deliveries area a little bigger while I'm here. Just so that there's more space for the truck guys to unload their truck things. Alright, we've got everything we need, and I'm waiting until the last minute to hire guards and cooks, simply to save a tiny bit of money. Because I'm miserly like that. Alright, looks like we're just about ready to go, and just in time as well. Good job, little yellow-suited hamsters. Thank you for your hard work. Alright. So let's hire those guards since it's less than an hour before they come along. And there we go, we finished our basic detention center grant, and now we're free to pick up 2 more. You start off only being able to accept 2 at a time, but you can get more if you research them. Your accountant can research the thing to get multiple grants. So, in the meantime, let's go prison maintenance and let's do visitation rights. That'll give us something else to work on so that the 8 prisoners we'll have on the first day will have a good time. Oh, and they're stopping way short of the place of the stuff. So who are we starting off with? We're starting with Andrew Mundy, sentenced to 3 years for video game piracy. We got Aston Sadler, who is sentenced to 2 years for drunk, disorderly behavior. Pigeon, 7 years for robbery. Newell, 3 years for... 6 years for driving under the influence. James Knoll, with some sick face tats down here. Must be a gang member. Sentenced to 12 years for carjacking. We got Fletcher, 4 years for assault. Shore, 8 years for drunk driving, dangerous driving, and perjury. And we got Phillips. Okay, so there are also custom prisoners created by fans of the game, people who donated to the developers. Such thing. After his son bought a large, expensive TV, after he told him not to, he put the whole family, one by one, into the juicer, then threw the juice at random bystanders, screaming, "TV my butt!" He was not, in fact, sentenced for juicing his family. He was sentenced to 40 years for trafficking, kidnapping, and perjury. Fun times. But yeah, every prisoner that you get will come in with a name and a story. Some with more story than others. Some with more yelling than others. So at this point, we can choose to keep taking in more prisoners, or we can cut off what we're doing here. Or we can start taking in maximum security only, or medium security, or minimum security only, or... you can completely customize what prisoners you get and what ratio you get, and eventually you can research death row prisoners and start getting those. And it only gets more fun as time goes on. Anyways, we have some grants to do, so we need to start off by doing some research. We need to unlock maintenance and cleaning and groundskeeping, but those are both under the maintenance tree, so that's going to take a while. And we need to hire a foreman. We got an office for him. So we can actually do more if we build a visitation room. Let's build one up. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's build a visitation room up here. So we need foundations of brick. Actually, let's plan this out a little bit. The visitation tables that they use for this are 2x3 little guys. So let's see. Okay, this old abandoned building here is just gonna get in my way. It'll be a little extra expense to knock it down. So let's get rid of this whole wall. We can plan out having visitation tables. Let's get just 4 of them for now. And then we can extend this out so that there's a little hallway coming in from the yard, I guess. There, yeah. This could work. And then we could have a hallway going off to other stuff. Or not. Oh, jeez, whoops. Too many jail doors. Oh, no. Okay, good. There we go. A little better. So we're building that visitation room. We should have... We've got 4, so we've got at least 3 visitors tables. We're supposed to have at least 5 phone booths. That's pretty simple. We can just add 1 more to the yard. Over here. And we're also supposed to have a common room, which we can build across the hall from the visitation area. So let's have... Okay, there we go. So let's wall that up before these guys get any ideas. And then we can also do just a little bit, extend that out just a little touch, and build a common room in there. Because what I plan to have is there'll be a door here, and there'll be a wall here that goes into the common room, and then the visitation area will be on this side of the dealio, with another jail door on the way, just to make it super extra wonderful secure. Fuck it, let's make a large jail door. There. And, right, probably needs electricity. Oh, good. Looks like dinner went well. Excellent. Or at least nobody's actively stabbing each other yet, so... You know, things are okay. Things can't be going badly if actual violence hasn't erupted yet. Let's get a couple lights in here, too. Screw it, let's lock this door open. This one, too. And this one. And this one. There. Okay, so in order to make that Grant thing happy, we need a pool table and another TV. Let's get a common room assigned and a visitation room assigned. Actual visitation tables in. TV. And a chair from which to watch TV. And a radio. And another chair. And frig, I don't know. Do we have Can you give me a bookshelf? No? Okay. Fine, I'll just look for it over here. There. And a bookshelf. Ah! No! Too much bookshelf. There. Now we can get a wide sofa. There. So it looks extra comfy. And that guard goes to do that. And there, we finished that grant. Wonderful. Wunderbar. These guys get to sort of amble around on the newly trimmed green. Okay, so now we get to research groundskeeping, cleaning, right? Yeah. Okay, but we need a foreman to do so. So, congratulations, you're hired. There. And life goes on beautifully, slowly, wonderfully. So, I think it's been a pretty good couple of days, so... I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, challenging you guys to come up with a name for this place. But this has been an introduction to Prison Architect, a very basic introduction. I'm sure there will be more drama coming along in no time. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. Feedback is always appreciated. Continue being excellent. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!